Hi, my name is Hilton Schilder. I'm a composer and multi-instrumentalist from Cape Town, South Africa. All my performances, as long as I can remember, I always start with the bow. Because it kind of brings people together you get onto a same wavelength, you know what I mean? Because it unites. And before it gets into to trance, I end it. So now they captured and then maybe play a solo piece and then go into the concert, you know. So that's my approach. They call me the Iconoclast. It's a name that I took when I was young. And then we called this concept in Switzerland the Iconoclast. It's just our way of kind of breaking down popular beliefs that I want to show that people from all over the world, anywhere in the world, can play our music if they love it, you know. So that's what I'm about. An iconoclast is a destroyer of idols and destroyer of cherished beliefs, you know what I mean? In other words, it's like a paradigm shift, you know. Because I'm not using it in a violent way, it's just that I see things differently, I compose differently. I approach music differently. I didn't study music or art, but my approach to them both are the same. You know, it's without boundaries. But you got to know where to put certain boundaries, you know, so that you can. And that's why it's a great pleasure for me to see people applauding for my music that I've been composing since the 70s. You know what I mean? You know, now in my 60s, they really appreciating it, you know what I mean? Well, I would say that it has gone from strength to strength because we've already got one album under the belt. There's another on the compilation. This one was just another one further, another further one, because when I come back again, we're going to work with a big band. You see, so that's where that trajectory is going to go. You know what I mean? The big band playing my compositions, you know, and that's what I've always wanted that. I've been striving for it for many years, you know what I mean, to have, now we're going to do something in Cape Town with a biggish band there, 25-piece band, doing my compositions in the one set, and the first set will be the Guma Club, my group. So it'll be an evening of that. Now, Rita, in her wisdom, has seen that we have to take this to the university now, and you know, bring this the same way I got them to understand the music. We're going to do this to the young people like Gloria and them. That's, you know, it's coming out so it gets passed on. You know what I mean? And it's great that they're embracing the music like that. You know, embracing my music as a composer, you know, it's wonderful because I've got so many compositions, man. And a lot of them are complicated, but simply complicated, you know what I mean? There's those elements of it, you know, because, I mean, I won't consider myself like a serious, a composer of serious music, because that implies a certain kind of classical, you know, kind of doctrine, or even jazz for that matter. I just want I just want my music to be shared with people, and I want them to accept it for what it is, you know, instead of like forcing things onto people or dumbing down things for people. They must take it at the level. You see, you should never underestimate your audience, because there is one or two that's, even if they're talking, there's one or two that's actually listening, you know, so I'm playing for those people. You know, I'm giving it to them. Fortunately, the people that we've had the last couple of nights were all people that serious listeners, you know what I mean? And that's the beauty of performing like in Switzerland and Europe for me, you know what I mean? Is that people come and they really sit and listen to it, you know? I mean, I felt that in America as well, you know, in New York, I felt the same vibe, but there was also serious listeners, you know? They come there for, you know, and even though I don't consider my music jazz, I just consider jazz as one aspect of it, you know what I mean? It's one facet of it, in other words, because it combines rock, it combines the folk music of different countries. It's got Arabic, it's got Moroccan, it's got Egyptian, it's got Indian, it's a mixture of that. Because I am a product of mixture, you know what I mean? Multi races coming together, It's like half Dutch, hence the surname that my great-grandfather that came to Cape Town in the 1800s had two sons that were born there, and those two sons married my grandmother and her sister. And my grandmother and sister, they were Africa. So the Africa Schilder dynasty is a huge musical family, because these people that came from Holland, they were gypsies, they were Sinti gypsies. So that's my lineage, it's the mixture of Sinti gypsy and Khoi, or San, from my grandmother's side. Yes, yeah. So I make my music reflect that, because I've got a lot of different ideas flowing, and I borrow from life. I borrow from, what I see and what I hear, because that's my sonic journey. I don't read music. I've got everything, all my compositions are here. Some has been recorded, some have been written, but mainly it's here. If I can perform it like that, if I can. Sometimes I forget, but all I need is a little link. Sometimes I have to go back to a recording to remember certain things. But once I've settled into that mode of, then it's almost like my muscle memory takes over. And then, oh yes, it's like that, Because I deliberately don't compose the way other people compose. I deliberately steer clear, not deliberately, but I've steered clear from cliches and stuff,